Hold on. Is it better now? Is the sound on now? Salakia. I had my headphones plugged in on that. Is the sound working now? Just let me know in the comment board, Baba Kasha. Let me see. Sound on now? Okay, yeah. We're good to go. My headphones plugged in. But what I was saying, first things first, I'm gonna give all praise and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Dash. And we say Barakah to Yahweh, Barakah to Yahushua. We give dub honors to the apostle elders. To the apostle elders, a great millstone, to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, as fighting, pushing this truth with all sincerity, honesty, and faith. Salakia for the first part, but I always want to give the salute. But what I was saying is the title of the video is Foolishness is on the Rise, man. All right, the world you see today is in gross darkness. And what's being happened, the Lord is building up our faith. That's all I was saying when the water for doing that, man. I appreciate you. But what I was saying is that we're being given things to boost our faith. Consider faith as a muscle. When you have a muscle, you build your muscle up. You lift up, weights. You might do push-ups. But that's how you build up a carnal muscle. How do we build up our faith muscle? By being put to the test, by going through certain things, by seeing certain things. That's why you see UFOs, chariots. These are the things that help to boost us up, that help give us that weight, and to lift muscle or to lift weights, it has to be a heavy thing. That's why sometimes we go through things, and that's not the Father putting us through it because he hates us or he don't want us. That's to boost our faith, to call upon him. That's the Lord wants us to call on his name, man. That's why it says the Lord is a jealous power. So the Father loves to have that his name being called, and especially on the time for help, man. Ain't nothing like a father and your sons or your child. If you're a father, you have a child call for your help, man. That sometimes you miss that. Especially when they get older, they start getting, doing things on their own. You might have talked about it at the time, but there's a time you get to missing that, But the Father wants us to call on him. That's why faith is becoming built up. So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump right into the lesson. Slack it. What stemmed this lesson is this article right here. What you see now, through Esau's magic, through Esau's different propaganda, he's pushed out the belief of the Lord, man. That's why the lies that are coming out now, that's why you got little Nas X sliding down the pole and twerking on the double. That's why they knew they could do that. They couldn't do that 10, 15 years ago. People would be appalled. They knew they could do it now. Why is that? Let's jump right into the article. And it says, survey 43%, almost half of millennials don't know, care, or believe God exists. So if it's 43%, what's the other percent? They believe in Cesare, or they believe in some other idol. They don't believe in Yahweh Shai, in the truth of the Bible. So this is probably closer to 56, probably 80, 90%. The only true believers is the ones that's in this truth, that's believing on the words Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. The rest is BS. The rest is leaven. The rest is a stumbling block. That's not the way. Like I always compare it to, this truth is likened unto a labyrinth. All right. If you ever seen what a labyrinth is, a labyrinth is something. Hold on. Salakia. I don't want to type in no weird stuff. Esau clipped the whole account. Hold on. Okay, so a labyrinth maze, there's only one way in and one way out. Okay, that is the definition of a labyrinth. Okay, this truth is a labyrinth. Okay, I should do a lesson on that, but we gonna, hey, this is a split lesson. But the word labyrinth is Greek mythology, labyrinth. It says with an elaborate confusion. See, structure. This Bible, because David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap. Okay, so it says confusion, structure designed and built by the legendary artifactor Daedalus, the king Mios. It goes back to Greek mythology. But it says, not saying that this is tied into that. It's just a comparison, okay? It says, its function was to hold the Minotaur. And what do you see in the Minotaur? You got what? You got the wickedness that comes if you don't know and have the right way in this Bible, you'll trip yourself up, man. It says the monster eventually killed by the hero Thaddeus or Thetis. Daedalus had a commonly made labyrinth that he could barely escape after building it. Okay, so a labyrinth is one way in and one way out. There's one way in and there's one way out. This Bible is a labyrinth. You can't go multiple ways. Okay, you see this labyrinth right here. Look how difficult this is. This is a prime example. Look how difficult this is. There is only one way in and there's only one way out. This Bible, you cannot get to salvation by going any which way. You go this way, you go over here, you ain't gonna make it. You go over here, you're not gonna make it. That's why you have to have 100% truth. 100% truth also stems down to saying the way out or the way to salvation. Okay, there's not multiple ways to salvation. There's not multiple. There could be somewhat directions that change corners, but it's going the same way. All right, this is a labyrinth that only one way in and one way out. That's why David said, "Let their table become a snare." And one way you could get to salvation, which was going believing on the Lord, following the law. Now the only way to get to the kingdom is through the belief in Yahweh Shai and the sacrifice that He made. Because if you want to be bound by the law, you can't do it. You're not perfect. All right. So let's jump in back into this. That was just a little segue moment. But let's read this article. It says, survey, 43% of millennials don't know, care, or believe God exists. So Esau's done a good work, man. He's done a work in this time, because now people don't even believe God. If you out there on the highways and byways and you ask somebody that's in their teens or early teens, late or early 20s, they'll say, I don't really know. I've had it happen to me, man. Okay, it says younger Americans are reshaping the country with a philosophical, what is that? Philosophy of life that rejects faith in God. See, that rejects faith in God and organized worship at the same time, defaming success and morality in the terms of personal happiness. Do as thy wilt. Let's see why these kids think that. That's not a coincidence. Why do they think, oh, you just be happy, do what you want? Who came up with that? Do as, see, it already came up. Aleister Crowley. Okay. No, I spelled his name off. Yeah, I spelled it. Yep. So it's called the Lama. It says, do what? Yep. Thelmana, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, meaning the adherents of Thelma should seek out the following their true path, i.e. find or determine their true will. So that's what you see happening today. Witchcraft. That do as thy will spirit. See, look, Thelma is an erratic and occult, social, spiritual philosophy and religious movement. So they have a religion, they believe in something, but it's in witchcraft. So this is a lie. They believe in something, but it's the devil though. And I'm gonna show you that. This do as thy will spirit, the cell phones, the disengagement from people, that's all a part of a pushing, because this is what the elites go after. Okay, this is developed in the early 1900s by Aleister Crowley, an English writer, mystic, and ceremonial magician. The word Thelema in the English translation of Koran Greek noun pronouns will from the verb to will, wish. That's why you get a wishing well, wishing wand. It goes back to magic. Okay, grant the wish. What did the genie ask you? If you wanted a wish, that goes back to witchcraft. It says want or purpose. So do as you will. Crowley asserted or believed himself to be a prophet of a new age. Aeon Horus, based upon a spirit. We ain't gonna go too deep into that. If you brothers want to look into it, definitely jump into it. It's the religion of Thelema. All right. But it says what? Why do you think these millennials don't believe? It says younger Americans are reshaping the country with the philosophy of the life that rejects faith in God and organized worship at the same time defending success and morality in terms of personal happiness and economic social justice. A survey from the Culture Research Center, CRC, at Arizona Christian University found, it says Americans' worldview inventors. Let me go down. Salakia. I'm reading something else. It says comparative 90% of Generation X Americans born in 1965 to 1983, 79% baby boomers born in 1946 to 1964, and 80% of the building generation born in 1992 or 1927 to 1945 consider themselves to be Christian, while 31 to 28 and 27% respectively don't know, care, or believe in God exists. According to the survey, only 48% of millennials say one should treat others as you want to treat you, compared to 53% of Gen Xers, 81% of boomers, and 90% of builders. So they don't even believe in treating anybody good. So that's why you had this society of killing, of death, of worship, of different self-centered things. Being self-centered and prideful is really a death type of mentality, because this world is not about all together, or it's not about so-called yourself. Even the kingdom of heaven. That's why this truth is likened unto a body, man. All right, this truth is likened unto a body. We all gonna work in the same. Gonna have the same mentality. We're not gonna work. Oh, you go do this. You gonna be in your corner. You go do this. You have your castle over here. No, we're all gonna be in one conjunction. We're gonna work as a government body. Okay, the apostles and elders and different elders in the camps, they go into that. All right, that we're gonna be a governmental body. We're gonna be working together simultaneously for a single purpose, which is the purpose of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, not our purpose. All right, but this generation believes that it's all about self-centeredism, and then what? Okay, I got the precept. See, now we're gonna get into it. Salakia. Hold on. This is Matthew's. This is Matthew's 24. Salaki. Hold on. Because this is all prophesied. That's how we know. This is how we know we're close to the edge. All right. We don't know. We don't have a long time before the judgment comes. Why? Because the Lord left us breadcrumbs. He didn't let us know the exact day, but he gave us breadcrumbs to find our way. You know, a little rhyme right there. This is 2 Timothy 3 and verse 2. And it says what? For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And then read here, it says what? According to the survey, only 48% of millennials say one should treat others as you want to treat you, compared to 53% of Generation X and 81% of boomers and 91% of builders. So it progressively has gotten worse. That's how you know we're close to the end. Because look at the numbers. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. So you can see clearly something's going on, that only 48% say you should even care about somebody else. When what did the scripture say? It says, men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. That's why you have OnlyFans, where people pretty much make money off of selling themselves and glorifying themselves, selling their own product of themselves, man. You have YouTube personalities, okay, where men are idolizing men. They don't even idolize They idolize other things and they go after that. That's why you have the Kim Kardashian gets famous from doing absolutely nothing besides being the most self-centered. The whole family. That's why you have dude. He turned himself to his transformer. Okay, that's totally off. They think they should be above God's creation. They look at their own parts. That's like a Ford Miata trying to pull a tractor load. It's not gonna work. It don't matter how much that Miata wants to be a semi truck. It's not gonna happen. Okay. It says at the same time, 38% of millennials agree with the statement. You try to give even with people who have wronged you, while 38% of generation, 12% of boomers, 10% of builders say. Generation X and millennials have solidified dramatic change in the nation's center beliefs and lifestyle, said what is that? Psychologist George Barna, CRS Director of Research. The result is a culture in which core institutions, including churches and basic way of life, are continually being radically redefined. And it's mainly in the time you see now, because there's a great awakening going on with the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That shows you we fuel their so-called Christianity, because Esau really don't believe in that, man. He only believes in it when he knows that he thinks Christ is a so-called white man and the naked little angel babies. They're with that. But once they get the truth and know that he's a Jake, they're starting to believe it, man. Because Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, tells you what? It tells you that they shall say what? The Son of Righteousness has not shined onto us. So they're gonna realize, like, damn, we didn't have the truth. He was always dealing with them. That's why they can do what they do, because this truth is starting to set in. It's starting to solidify, man. I mean, look up that word solidify. All right, I always bring it up, but that's what this truth is starting at first. If you pour concrete, it's liquid at first. It's unstable. It's up and down. It's wavy. Okay. Solidify. Let me get. Hopefully, I can. Hold on. That's a hard. Hold on. Let me put it on here on Google. It'll get it. Solidify. Said solid. Hold on.
Here's the definition of solidify. Make or become hard or solid.
Yep. Look. To make or become hard or solid. So this truth is becoming hard and making it solid. It's solid evidence that we are the children of Israel. If you can't see it, then you don't want to see it. Your eyes aren't open to it. Okay. It says make stronger, reinforce. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua is reinforcing this truth. And you see it taking place, man. There's no winners against this truth besides this truth. This truth has not taken an L, man. This truth has had how many wins? 0 losses. No one's come against this truth. Vocab didn't win. Dr. James No Sight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't win. None of these guys have won. Even guys that in Israel that bring up madness. The truth fights itself. You'd be like, why did the truth does that? Do you not know the human body has organisms that fight off disease? So even in the body, there's sicknesses, and the body has to correct itself. So that's nothing new. That's why it says everything is done as the shadow of things. The Lord shows us his will even in our own bodies, man. You have white blood cells that go out, and the prophets are likened unto white blood cells. When we see a problem, we're supposed to go out and we're supposed to see what's wrong with the problem and fix it through the Spirit. All right, that's how it happens. So it says solidify. It says to make solid, compact, or hard, to make secure, to firmly fix. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua is firmly fixing this truth on the planet Earth. It's evident that we are the children of Israel. Now the Lord just has to put us in the kingdom. He just has to destroy Babylon and make his words come to pass, and then deliver his elect in a glorious fashion. All right, in chariots, which you call so-called UFOs, and he's gonna set up the rulership on the planet Earth. That's the end of the story. We have the whole story right in front of us. That's why it says, hey, you gonna know that the Lord is mighty, because he said he gonna punch you in the face, man. He told Esau, I'm gonna punch you in the face, and Esau still can't dodge the punch. The Lord's still coming, and he still can't dodge it. Esau's building space weapons. He's getting an arsenal. He's trying to dodge the punch. It's not gonna dodge it, man. How you gonna build? How you gonna go against how you gonna destroy the destroyer? Hey, that's a new one. How you gonna destroy the destroyer? You can't do it. You cannot do it, man. All right, this is Genesis 6 and verse 5. And it says, Genesis 6 and 5, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. This is the prime example we got now. Let's read it again. That's how you know the Lord is getting ready to judge the earth as he did in the time of the flood. The time of the flood is coming back again, but it's coming by fire this time. Listen what the Genesis says. It says, and Yahweh saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination do as thou wilt. Do as thou wilt. Let's look up what that imagination is. Let's look up what imagination. Was that Yashir? Yasar? Yasar or Yatazar? Yatazar is what? Form, framing, purpose, framework, form, pottery, graven images, idolatry. That's where you get idolatry from. Man as formed from the dust. Purpose, imagination, device. So every device. So let's read it with the understanding now. So it says what? And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every device of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. We have men turning their plumbing. You have women that are ruling over men, that are prideful, that are. One woman said she said she dealt with 3 or 4 men per week for a year. That's almost 145 bodies, man. Almost 130 bodies. One woman, man. You no one see nothing wrong with that? But you wonder why STDs are running rampant, man. And it says, and it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So if you not grieved, something wrong with you. That's why the Lord said what? Set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry with all the abominations that be done thereof. The Lord is in the heavens sighing and crying, and we down here chilling? No, we should be in the same spirit, man. This world is wicked. You got to say it like that. It's wicked. I barely want to go outside, man. I'm gonna tell you like that. I go out, you go out in the world, but I barely talk to people, man. If it's not this brotherhood, I don't got nothing to talk to you about. What? I don't watch sports. I don't do much with. It's just truth, man. That's why it says we have a rest that remains for us, man. That's why it says, him that increaseth in wisdom increaseth in sorrow, man. This is what you got to raise your kids to them coming home one day and telling you they don't really believe in God. You know how hard that'll hurt your heart? That'll hurt your heart to the core, man. You feel like you dropped the ball, man. But that's the schooling. That's the way society and Esau's curriculum does. It makes you not believe in any power, and slavery didn't exist. It's magic, man. It's straight witchcraft. That's why the Lord is gonna come and he's gonna do away with this place, man, because he was mad in Genesis and he's mad now. Matter. It said he'd be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than this place. And it says, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created. So the Lord, man, what? That's what the power said. And what do you think he's saying today? He's going to send his son to destroy men again. But he's not going to destroy the face of the earth. He's going to destroy parts of the face of the earth. He's going to cleanse the other parts, because fire is a cleansing agent. All right. And it says, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. That's how horrible we get down. And look what we get down now, man. That's why there's no pride in this truth. We all are filthy rags, man. We all are filthy rags, hoping to be cleaned up in the waters of Yahweh Shah, man. You know, that's it. We hoping on that. This is Mark 17:17. It says, and then Yahweh Shah answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And that's what the Lord was saying to Israel. So this lesson, you know, is speaking majority to you Israelites, because they're in that number 2. The younger generation don't believe in the Most High, man. A faithless and perverse generation. A perverse generation. That's why it says wild bulls in the net. All hip hop you see today is about chopping somebody, hitting them with the Draco. I'm getting high. The music industry is terrible, man. You look at them, you got, by the time they're 18, they have the whole face tatted up. What job do you want to get? What prospect are you trying? What are you trying to do in life? That's what you got to understand, man. Our generation has been broken and beaten. And what do you have left? You have dregs. You have a shattered people, man. So now you have a faithless generation. So the world is primed for the judgment of Yahweh Shem Shai. The world is ready, man. The field is ready, like Yahweh Shah said. It's white, man. It's time to harvest, and the angels are gonna harvest us, man. That's why we pray to be harvestable fruit, man. It ain't about what you think yourself. We just want to say how the Lord looks at us, man, and that he shows favor and delivers us in this time. And Shalom to Akim on the comment board too. Yahweh Shem Yashar Brakatan to you, Akim, man. All right, this is what the Lord is doing to this place right here. This is Isaiah 9:19 and verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And you see what? Homosexuality, transgenderism, you name it, man. It's a buffet of wickedness. I'm trying to name what's not here. Forget what's here. Tell me what's not. Okay? And it says, and the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his own vomit, staggereth in his own vomit. And you're seeing it now, man. Esau is slipping and falling, and he can't get up. He can't get up. And you see my man going up the stairs of Air Force One. He looked like, hey, you needed help. Somebody go help. Whose man is that? Somebody get your man. He needed help. That's America. And then there was an earthquake. Check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna show you Akim something. There was an earthquake that happened during the 4th of July assembly. Tell me this ain't spiritual, man. I know Akim like show and tell. So let me pull up a video real quick. I was gonna do no video. Hold on, Jake. Let me pull it up. I seen it and I was gonna do a video, but let's put it in right here. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Earthquake. Yeah. Let me see. I think it was on this video. It was on this one. Yep, it's on this one.
Here, we're making sure that nothing is going to come down in the studio here.
And it is going for quite a bit, everybody.
Experiencing very strong shaking. Wow. I think we need to get under the desk.
All right, we're going to go to break.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Wow.
They said it's the biggest one in 20 years.
Oh my God, it's still moving. Roller coaster. Oh my God. Okay, it's still shaking.
There we go. I got it. There we go. Look. There's an earthquake. This is spiritual, man. It happened during a 4th of July assembly. Look, come on, tell me that ain't spiritual. Come on, man. Tell me that ain't spiritual. Look. Yeah. Come on, man. That's signs. The Lord is showing signs. I seen that and I laughed. I said, look, the Lord is shaking this thing up. It could have happened anytime. They could have had that assembly tomorrow. They could have had it the day after, before it. They could have had it next week. But they chose to have it that day. The Lord had an earthquake happen, man. Showing you that the Lord is getting ready to shake this place, man. All right. There's no those are things that's coming down the pipe. This is the book of Psalms 10 and verse 4. It says what? The wicked through the pride of his countenance would not seek after Yahweh. The Most High is not at all in his thoughts. So that's where you see the pride. Let me jump to verse 2. This is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So that's why the Lord said he's going to give them double, man. They think that they're going to prosper, but instead they're going to go into what they want to put on us. They want to put us back in bondage. I don't know if they told you. That's what the charagma is about. That's what the mark is about. You going in chains. It's going to be a chain in your skin, man. The chain you can't take off. You can't run. You can't run into a wood. That's why they used to have to put bells on your neck. That's why you had the prophecy about the iron yoke. Now Esau wants to put that yoke in your flesh, man. You gonna have a yoke in your flesh, just like they said the boar when they bore the ear. yo, but the new that's right, Lil Nas X, the new face of buck breaking, man. He's through. He's through. He don't got no. Destruction is all you got for that guy, man. He look like he's ready to go. But this is Philippians. This is the boost up, and then we're gonna go ahead and close. This is Philippians 2 and 15. It says that ye, let's verse 14. Do all things without murmuring and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yahweh without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. That's why we shining. Because we're the only ones that's standing up for the truth of Yahweh Shem Shai. This is prophecy. He knew we'd be standing up. There'd be more of those that hate this truth and love this truth. So that's what we become. Matthew 5 and 5 tells you what? Let thy light shine before men, that they may see your good works and reward your Father which is in heaven. Man, this is all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. It ain't us. We ain't nobody, man. Like I always say. We were eating pork a minute ago, man. You know, Jake was in the world doing who knows what. The Lord found mercy on us, man. So that's why we give him glory and honor, because it's him. It ain't us. It says that ye may be blameless and harmless. So you ain't out there to be fighting and doing all that, but you defend yourself. It says the sons of Yahweh without rebuke. And that's why we be in what? Yashar Allah. That's what sons of the power is. Prince of the power. All right, Yashar Allah, Israel, in the midst of a crooked, what are you talking about crooked? Esau and his wicked ways, which is now pushing on the world. All right, and you see 2/3 of our own people, which is co-signing to this way. So that's why it says, though hand join in hand, they ain't going to go unpunished. The Lord gonna punish you right with them. The word there is scolios. And it says what? Crooked. That's where you get scoliosis from. If your back isn't straight, you get this word scoliosis. All right. And it says what? Crooked, perverse, wicked, unfair. Esau is unfair as hell, man. Lee, that's a perfect description of this demon. But I ain't gonna get it. That's for another video. I'm gonna stay on course. Damn, bro. Let me read that again. It says that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yahweh without rebuke, in the midst of an unfair and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So we lights, man. Consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself blessed beyond measure that the Lord has decided to light your lamp, man. That's what happens. He lit his lamp. Imagine looking down on the earth and you can see none but lamps wherever your elect is. You don't even see nobody else. You can just see the lamps that are lit. You know, that'd be far out. You just look down on earth and you can see little torches. You know what I'm saying? That's how the angels grab up the little torches, man. Or just keep your light lit, man. That's why in Revelations it says, "Lest I come and take your candlestick, man." You know, we're the churches, like you have, first and foremost, you have the main camp, New York. You have different major camps. You have different minor camps. They're like candlesticks, and each one of those men are likened unto what? Candles in that candlestick, you know? So that's why we let our light shine before men, because the Lord has lit out our torches, man. You know, and that also goes into the what? The foolish virgins, the wise and the wise and the foolish virgins. They trim their lamps. So we trimming our lamps, getting ready for the ceremony of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. The bride, the call has been made, man. He's coming. He's ready. He's got his arm. He's got his fit on. That's that body. He's not coming in as a man. He's coming in as in his attire, man, to come grab his belongings, man, and take the planet Earth. And we ready for that day. We ready for it, man. That's the greatest day in create. One of the greatest days in creation, man. This is Proverbs 14 and verse 18. It says, "But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more." It says, "But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day." So in this truth, that's why the apostles and elders say you always grow. You're supposed to grow because you're supposed to shine. It's like a sun coming up. It shines more and more. You know, that's why this truth is shining more and more on the planet Earth, and people can't hide it. They can't go against it. They can argue, but it's gonna lose, man. You got Sonetta using precepts and learning from now, because they getting scared. That's why I said that people shall be willing in the day of thy power, because this truth and these words are powerful. It says cut it asunder, man. This is Psalm 74 and 22, and I'm gonna close it here. It says, "Arise, O power, plead thy own cause." Let me read that again. "Arise, O Yahweh, plead thy own cause. Remember how the foolish man reproacheth thee daily." Arise, O Yahweh, plead thy own cause. Remember how the foolish man reproacheth thee daily. Forget not the voice of thine enemies. The tumult of those that rise up against thee increaseth continually. There's more people coming against this truth now than ever, man. And it's going to increase. It's going to increase. They're going to come against there in tumult, but the Lord is going to fight them, man. Because he's going to tell you that this is his program. This is my people. I rose them up. They didn't wake themselves up. You want to fight somebody, fight me. Don't fight them. What are you fighting them for? I woke them up. That's what the Father's saying, man. He said, he woke us up. Esau want to attack us like we just had the secret in a emergency pouch. We just unfolded the pouch and the truth was in there. We was like, oh, it's time now. The Lord woke us up, man. Esau thought we had the stash somewhere, man, But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna leave it there and say shalom to you. I come on comment board. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. And like it says, man, foolishness is on the rise. And that shows that we close, man. All right, men shall be lovers of themselves. This world is becoming more and more away from the Lord, but we're going more and more to him, man. So with that, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, and we say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. So the next time, keep faith, keep fighting, keep pushing, man. Keep that candle lit. Keep it lit, man. We're almost there. Shalom, shalom.